What's up, friendly neighborhood nerds? Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
What up, friendly neighborhood nerds? This is Judah Rad, and I'm here with Robo Strange. And today we have a first look. So today we are going to talk about Dracula, Motherfucker from Image by Alex Campi and Erica Henderson, Erica Henderson. Man, let me tell you,
what an appropriately named book.
It could not have been named anything else.
Yeah,
it could not have.
Yeah, like it just you'll get it once you read it, but just everything, the energy, the story, the art. Like if it had been named anything other than Dracula, Motherfucker, I don't know, I would be disappointed. I wouldn't know why I was disappointed though.
If there was a movie about the making of this comic, and the first half of the movie was her writing the comic and coming up with the comic, and then it was finished, and she's sitting at her typewriter, because in this movie it's a typewriter, even though it's probably a keyboard, and someone walks in and says, "So what's it called?" I could see that scene being like,
zoom in, boom, Dracula, Motherfucker.
It's Dracula, Motherfucker.
Yes, ma'am. Closes the door.
So man, hey, Robo, I know what I think, but I'm going to ask you, what was your feelings walking away from this, from cover to cover, when you read the last words?
I thought it was so dope. Honestly, these books that we're reading, probably because we get to curate them and decide which ones we'll do videos on, but they're always awesome. So start to finish, I'm just completely blown away. Not to take anything from Alex, but Erica Henderson, that art, from the colors. There's a scene where there's police outside the door, so there's lights and sirens right outside of this crime scene, and the red on their faces. It just was awesome. And then it's like when you're telling a story, and as the story gets deeper and gets more exciting, the soundtrack has to change. Erica is that soundtrack, and then the art and the colors just kind of get crazier and crazier, and you're just this is so dope. And then just the last part of my opinion is, I've talked about this before in past videos about when artists do their art, and then you just have to I wonder what they meant by it. Well, Alex Campi, Erica Henderson, they tell you. So at the end, you get this very, which I don't know, I enjoy. I like it. They give you this very personal, this is what I was doing with this book, and it was just love it.
Yeah, you'd have to be blind to miss the point of this book. The subtext is very heavy.
Yeah.
And I did say when I was reading it, this is on the nose, but that's not always a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing here. I think here it's it says something that needs to be said, and it's very personal, and it's also very cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time I was reading this, I was thinking of the movies that kind of come to mind, and in kind of a not necessarily a direct reference way, but I definitely thought of Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
I definitely thought of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which don't know if that's intentional or not, but especially the psychedelic freak out moments definitely brought me there.
Yeah. Soundtrack wise, I was thinking stuff like Pink Floyd and stuff like that. But you said you had a 70s blaxploitation kind of feel to it. There were some parts that kind of gave you that.
There were parts where I just kind of heard that.
Yeah. Especially when the cops were on the pages. I could see that. Yeah, for sure. So anything bad to say about it? There's something, but go ahead.
Okay. So I really liked this. I'm not just saying it because I'm thrilled that we're reading shit in advance because we're on Image's press list. That's not why I'm saying that. But I sincerely loved this story. I think the one thing that didn't really jive perfectly for me is I felt, and there were definitely so the art was great, but this is sequential art. So one aspect of the art is easy for the eye to follow, panel to panel, the action, panel to panel, panel the action. And there were some parts where it was tricky for me, and maybe that was by design. I don't know. What do you think?
So it wasn't by design, but it was the design that made it that way. At the end of the book, so I read all the stuff afterwards that are like letters to the editor, like in the Marvel books. Do you ever read letters to the editor? I read those. I'm a dork. I read those because sometimes I'm like, oh, like this is what the company's reply to this thing is. Maybe I don't know. I'm an idiot. But the Erica Henderson, she wrote, and check this out. She said that her layouts were actually I have it up right here. Let me go to the end real quick. So basically, she drew all her stuff as if you were going to open it on 2 pages. And so when we get our reviews, we're not seeing it in the way that she wanted to present her art. Okay, yeah, here it is. So in the back of the book, page design by Erica Henderson. So the first point is by layouts were done as spreads, not pages. So when we get the review, everything's like in a PDF format, 1 page at a time. When really what you really need to do is make sure you can get this in a physical book if you can, because it's supposed to be displayed in 2 pages.
And that's definitely something I felt while I was reading it. Like I am a owner. I'm a comic book owner. I like having a piece of paper in my hand. I know that's expensive, bulky, and a dying thing apparently, or something like that.
And really, just not an option for a lot of places, you know.
And not an option for a lot of places, a lot of people. But that's just it's what I prefer. So when I was reading this, digitally, the whole time I was thinking, man, I can't wait to have this big in my hand with light shining off of it, like glossy pages or maybe matte pages.
I hope it comes out on a hardcover. You know me, I need some hardcovers, and this is going to be definitely one that I'll buy with the hardcover.
For sure.
So I mean, that's pretty much all we have to say about it. We're still new to this press game, so we'll put some pictures up there. Hopefully, nothing that spoiled anything, but expect later this year. Hopefully, Alex the Campi, maybe Erica Henderson, if she has time, I was going to come back on the show after it's released, and that way we can really dig into the story and get into what's going on here. But I would buy it if I were you. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is one to look out for.
All right.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
2 finger guns.
So that was the end of First Look. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We have a couple new deals here. We have First Look. We're on the Image and Valiant press list. So we get early releases for a lot of stuff. So for Valiant Comics and Image Comics so far, we're going to be able to do some reviews before they come out. We also have one called Kick Boost, where we have creators that are up and coming and have Kickstarters and whatever else kind of fundraiser kind of events going on, and we'll have those, and of course we'll have as many pros on as possible for our interview playlist. So yeah, like and subscribe and see
follow our links and watch our show because you want to and not because of the threats. Thank you for watching Judah, Robo, and Ree. We talk about comics, movies, and TV. Sometimes we have notable guests, and sometimes it's just us. But we're also cool.